Okay, so in today's video about QNT, we are at first going to check out this part of the price action and see what is happening in this area. And I think I can identify some bullish signs in this region, suggesting maybe in the short term, we're going to have another move on the upside. And then we are going to go on some higher time frames and see what is happening in terms of indicators, which I also see in that area some bullish signs as well. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember the last time that we talked about QNT, I think we were somewhere around these areas, and I was saying, look, if you want to ignore this bit of overlapping of the waves between this move down and this one, you can argue maybe we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and I want to see after this 5 wave some sort of consolidation pattern in order for me to be able to say, you know what, maybe soon we are going to have some more moves on the upside. So is that scenario still in play? I think so. Yes, I can tell you, probably starting from this point or maybe even here, doesn't really matter. We had in this region an ABC flat structure, something like this, and from here we can say maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 1 correction for 2, and this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into wave 3 correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. So the fact that it seems like in this region, just for like very short term in QNT, we are having some sort of a bullish setup is, in my opinion, definitely a good sign. Now, what I really do care is this: are we going to successfully get back above this very important support from weekly and daily time frame at the same time? And then at that point, are we going to stay above it for quite a bit, meaning we are going to confirm that we are bullish in this region and maybe some sort of a bottom in this area is in? If we're going to do that, that's actually going to be a great sign for me, suggesting in Quant we may have actually reached to the end of our whole move on the downside, and this might be the beginning of a new uptrend. And in order for us to say that with a bit more confidence, we need to see in here, like I told you earlier, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a corrective movement on the downside, and followed by that another move up. Why is that? Because if you want to say in terms of Elliott's waves, the bottom is going to be in right around this area, you need to be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. And then if we get some sort of a pullback, it's going to be absolutely fine. We can say at that point on a higher degree, this is a 1, this is a 2, and then we're going to continue our move on the upside. That's why I want to say in Quant, sure, this move up that hopefully we are going to get in the short term is a bullish sign for sure. But after it, I do not want to see a very strong move down. No, I want to see a consolidation pattern and then another move on the upside in order for me to be able to say on a higher degree off of the lowest low, we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then okay, no problem at all, we can have some sort of a correction down in order to have a retest of this important level, and then from here we can get our move on the upside. So for now, in the short term, what you want to see in Quant is a move up, consolidation, and then followed by that also another move on the upside. Now let's go on some higher time frames and see what is happening in terms of indicators. Let's zoom in more. Okay, so as you can see in MACD and Stochastic RSI, unfortunately at the same time we are having sell signals, which is definitely not a good sign. But pay attention to this: in Stochastic RSI at the moment we are around the oversold area, and more often than not when we are around here we are getting some sort of a move up. Let's check out some examples. As you can see, this can be a good one. Right in here in Quant we were around this area, and then we got a move up, pullback, and then another big move on the upside. Let's check out some more cases. This one, I think right in here, there we go, we were around this area and we did get a move up starting from 110 to about 145. So that's about a 30% move up, which is definitely not that bad. Another case is going to be right around here, and from this region about, let's say $90, we got about a 50% move on the upside. Great. And this is actually an example that didn't really work properly, because in here we did get a buy signal, but from here about 110 we didn't really get a very strong move up. This was just a 10% move, and then we continued our move on the downside. So there are sometimes, as you can see, that stock RSI having a buy signal around oversold area may not work. But again, I would like to stand by what I said. More often than not, stock RSI having a buy signal around the oversold area can lead to a move on the upside. So let's wait a bit more and see a buy signal in here, and at that point we can bet on a move up in the short term. Now, in terms of what is happening in daily time frame, we are actually already having a buy signal in stock RSI, which happened somewhere around the oversold region, which means this actually does have quite a bit of validity. But this is not for me the main bullish signal. You see, what is going on in MACD between the previous lows? This is a low, the other one is a lower low on the live chart. However, in MACD between EMAs, this is a low, the other one is a higher low. So basically in here, we are having a bullish divergence, and let's just draw the lines for it. Excuse me. Okay. Now, this divergence, in my opinion, actually has quite a lot of validity. Why is that? You see, in divergences, we usually say, if in EMAs between the lows you see a move up in order to get back to somewhere around the neutral zone, at that point you can say that this divergence is going to be much more valid, and hopefully is going to do the job and send us up. And what do we have in Quant? Pretty much the same thing that I said. So we can actually say in QNT, either we have hit our final bottom or we are very close to reach to our final bottom. And I just want to wait a bit more and see a buy signal in MACD in order to kind of confirm that this divergence is going to do the job and send us up. So overall, in terms of indicators in weekly and daily time frame at the same time, we are identifying some bullish signs, but I would like to argue right now we need to wait a bit more and see a decent move up, maybe like a 10 to 15% actually will do, in order to also, in terms of classic TA, manage to get back above this important level right in here between $75 to about $79, and then we do some consolidation above it, and followed by that another move up. And after it, if we get a relatively decent move on the downside in form of a correction structure, which one very important characteristic of it is being absolutely slow and choppy. Okay, fair enough. We can argue at that point, this is our final bottom in QNT, and right in here might be a decent long and also buying opportunity. So for now, I think we can consider some bullish scenarios, but this doesn't mean that we should be 100% bullish. No, I think right now we don't really need to jump into any unnecessary bullish or bearish conclusion, and this is just a bit of a waiting game, and I'm hoping that we are going to see some strong price action coming in on Quant soon. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in QNT's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.